Here we are, day 1, and if you want to try this challenge yourself, listen very carefully. Pause the game, open it to LAN, and allow cheats. With cheats, then put yourself into creative mode and make another portal. Once you're in the nether, destroy the portal. There's no turning back. Then put yourself back in survival mode, and now you're on your own. Luckily, I spawned in a crimson forest, so at least I'll have some wood. And after making some basic wood tools, I went off to find as much gold as I could. After a short bit of mining, I got enough gold to make myself a helmet. Pretty much everything attacks you in the nether, but gold is an easy way to get some armor and hopefully increase your chance of living. And by the end of day 1, I had a helmet, pants, and Tims. Not bad. Day 2, I was still just looking for gold, trying to get that last piece of armor. Bet you're also wondering what I eat down here. There's a couple different food options, but one of the easiest is mushroom soup. With my belly full of mushrooms and full gold armor, I found a basalt with tons of blackstone. Blackstone is essentially the same as cobblestone, so now I can make some stone tools. You know, I never thought I'd be excited about stone tools, but I totally am. And now I want you all to know that this is definitely not my first attempt at surviving 100 days in the nether. This is actually attempt 12. So no, I wasn't born a god of survival in the nether. I learned through much personal suffering, and one thing I learned is forget diamonds. Resources, food, that's what matters. The nether is harsh, it doesn't forgive, and it definitely doesn't feed. These mushrooms will last for a little bit, but not forever. But if I really want to survive, I need a stable supply of resources like stone and wood, and I happen to know where a forest and basalt are. So I spent the rest of day 3 creating a tunnel that connects the forest where I spawned and the basalt where I'll find my stone. There's no safe place to set up shop in the nether, but I did find a nice spot near the forest where all I'll have to worry about are the pigs. It's high up and there's a pretty low ceiling, so ghasts shouldn't be an issue here, and I hate ghasts. Yeah, there's pigs, but they're too fat for doorways, and if you take your time, they aren't an issue. And I didn't feel truly safe until I added a wall, but now I feel better. My base ain't much, it's just a netherrack hole, but it's safe, and that's worth a ton in the nether. Day 5, I spent some time cleaning up the area. There were tons of pits I could fall into, the trees were pretty overgrown, it needed a trim. I also feel a lot better about the pigs in the open. With the trees, they can sneak up on you, and then they're really dangerous. The pigs turn out to be a pretty good food source. I already have 22 pork chops, which is good food even by overworld standards. You know, killing the pigs is fine, I guess, but I want to farm them. Nether pigs farm like overworld pigs, only they'll murder you if they get the chance. I used a pressure plate system to very easily trap my first pig. Then I walled it off in its own partition so I could get the second pig without the first one killing me. And after separating this family of pigs, now I have 2, and I'm ready to breed. You know what's kind of nice is the pigs don't attack you while they're breeding, so I was able to get rid of that fence in the middle. Hey, there's the baby. Time for some inbreeding. Let's go! Meanwhile, I bartered with some piglins. It's one of the only ways to get essential items in the nether. And now with a little more security, I think it's time to branch out my nether tunnels. Tunneling is definitely not the fastest way to get places in the nether, but it's easily the safest. And with good access to stone and wood, I can basically tunnel forever. After a good bit of tunneling on day 8, I found myself a nether fortress, and now I have a nice road right there. I'm really in no rush to take out that fortress though. I can always go to it. I have a road. It's convenient. So day 8, I put down some slabs in my house, if you could call this a house. It's a house in the nether. You know, in the nether, where everything can kill you and everything does, it's nice to have space where you can take a breath, relax, and sort of just chill. Footage is a little deep fried day 9, but I'm tunneling. I just wanted to get the nether fortress tunnel all the way to the fortress to make it as safe as possible, and I had enough netherrack from carving. But there ain't too much usable footage from day 9 because my computer hates me. But day 10, I'm going in, slowly. I'm not trying to die on my first nether fortress. Got myself a blaze rod on the first blaze I killed, that dream luck. Took my time, built barriers where I should have so the wither skeletons couldn't get me. It was a good day. Well, would have been a good day if I found some diamonds. I didn't. Saddle's nice, I guess. Really not sure what I'm supposed to do with gold horse armor. There's no horses down here. I took it anyway. However, I left with my life and a little more loot, which is really all I can ask for. Went back home and put up some of that new fancy loot I got from the fortress. Ooh, that looks nice. And now I've decided to tunnel in the opposite direction of that nether fortress. Start a grid system. It'll be hella efficient. Like I said earlier, this is the slow method, but it's gonna be a lot safer. I've got to make it to 100. I found a fortress though, so is it really that slow? Took a while to get down because I'm so high up, but with the blazes, I wanted to be careful. Yeah, it wasn't just the blazes. You gotta be careful of everything down in the nether, if that wasn't obvious. So this fortress didn't have much in it. Maybe it did and I'm just bad, but I didn't find anything today. So I just went back to tunneling. I'm sure I'll get something eventually. Tunneling my way downtown day 13 and found an ancient debris. Wow, that's like just too lucky. I can't mine it yet because I need a diamond pickaxe, but maybe I'll find one. I hope anyway. After another day of tunneling, I found myself a bastion, and there could be one in there. Again, I'm gonna go very slow. I'm really not that powerful. I still have stone tools. There's also tons of gas around here, and you know how I feel about the whites. So I got to the gold, but one crucial thing I forgot is you can't mine it with a stone pick. Then I got a gold pick, and guess what? That doesn't work either. So I slowly tunneled through the bastion in hopes of finding stuff to make a better pickaxe. I got some iron, mined the gold, and I'm only a tiny bit embarrassed. After getting back home, I labeled all of my tunnels so I can remember where they go to. Then I gave my house a sign, because in the nether, there's not too much I can do to make it homey. And speaking of home, I think it's about time that I kill all of my children! You know, I'm just asking for pain if I use the ladder system, so I'm gonna build something new. I tried out a few designs today using fire. None of them really worked, but it gave me a good idea. For the idea, I need magma blocks, and luckily I have a tunnel right to some. I grabbed some magma, grabbed some stone while I was here, didn't take too long. The initial prototype works good in that the hogs will die and the items won't be destroyed. Doesn't take too long, I didn't have to get my hands dirty. Free meat. I also made sure to test my machine of death on children, just to be thorough. Back to tunneling, day 17. At the start of this video, I said diamonds aren't important, but that doesn't mean I don't want them. I feel a lot better tunneling since I got access to fire resist potions. Even if I fell in some lava, I'd probably be fine. I didn't find any fortresses today, but I did find something almost better. Some warped wood. Got the blue wood, an achievement. This was quite a day. Broke my pickaxe day 18 and then broke a fire resist potion. I was mad, but you can see that. So I went home. It was the responsible thing to do. Figured while I was home, I would breed the hogs. I've got to figure out a better way to do this. I get bit every time. I'll think of something. For now, I'm going down to lava, which of course I did very slowly. My base is almost 100 blocks in the air, and I like it, but it makes getting down to lava pretty tough. So I'm making a staircase. It'll be great lava access, but I also want to get myself some striders. Sure, it's made of netherrack, but so is everything else, so I'm fine with it. All right, now it's time to go get myself a used vehicle. Well, you don't look very happy to see me. Smart, your life's only gonna get worse from here. Striders are a great way to travel in the nether, and they're pretty fast, though they do make me a little nervous. This might be hard to see, but on the left of your screen, you might see the bastion that I found with my strider. I ain't going straight in, though. I went back home. I'll build a tunnel to it. Well, less of a tunnel, more of a super unsafe scaffolding, but I've got a fire potion, I'm fine. Gotta remember, I still have gold armor, my best tool's an iron sword. I went slow. Tunneling seems to be the best way to get around these things. It takes longer, but it's safe. Hey, you got a free piece of netherite. Still don't have any diamonds. I might get some diamonds at the bottom of the structure, but I'm doing it my way with a stone pickaxe, so it took all of day 23. But now I built a safety ladder all the way to the bottom of the bastion. Diamonds are useless if you're dead. Once I got to the gold room, I made it airtight. I took every precaution. And in the chest, I found some diamonds, but a helmet, which I probably won't even wear. Iron. I got some free netherite. I can't really complain. Especially since on my way back home, I found a ruined nether portal. Nothing great in the chest, but a clock is pretty cool. Clocks are useless in the nether, but they're rare. You can't craft them, so it's a nice decoration. Now that I'm back home, I think it's time to work on a better method for breeding my hogs. The idea is pretty low tech. I'm in the nether. Pretty much everything is. I just dug down under the fence. They can still bite me, just not as well. And so concludes another hog humping tutorial from Luke the Notable. Day 26 is beautiful. Look at the haze, the ash. I went out looking for some more treasure on the lava lake, and I found some. Look at that. I killed quite a lot of them just by shooting from outside. Many just jumped in the lava. Then I went back home. I'll build a tunnel, maybe expand my garage. Working on a tunnel to the Blackstone Fortress and found some more ancient debris. I can't believe this happened twice. I also can't believe I don't have a diamond pickaxe yet. Mine keeps breaking. It's so annoying. All right, now I'm at the fortress, and luckily everyone's pretty much already dead. Because of that, looting was pretty simple, and I found myself a diamond pickaxe. I kept going. The bastions are big, I am slow, and I just found a diamond shovel. Oh yeah, very successful outing. Even when I fell in some lava, I had that fire potion on deck. Yeah, this is fine. Day 30, I'm back home doing some piglin trading. I've got tons of gold I've got to get off my hands. Here at Notable Industries, we treat our employees like family. More chores, day 31. I've got to get some more mushrooms for my pigs. Then I made some babies, killed some babies. It was a good day. All that time spent home killing got me looking at my land, and it's a little raggedy. So today I'm cutting down some nether trees, cleaning up the land. It's a tough process because you have to manually take out the leaves. During the process, I found a nice section of land that I think I want to turn into a more permanent residence. I've basically been living in my storage. So I cleared out an area and installed a nice red lawn. Then I put up some netherrack framing. I want this to look nice in the end. This is recorded after my creative video. I'm very limited on block types though, so creating a nice house is gonna be a challenge. This is all frivolous nonsense at the end of the day. In the nether, you're best off in a netherrack hole. But I've still got to live for 100 days, so I might as well keep myself busy and build a bougie house. Today I mostly played around with design. You like that nether brick trim? I do. Now that I've got a design, I can actually work on building this house. It already sort of feels like home. Though my inventory is getting a little clogged, so I think I'm gonna take a quick pause and make a storage room. I used wood for the floor because between you and me, I ran out of quartz. Whatever, at least I have more storage now and I can keep on working on my estate. I should probably make an entrance. So far, I've just been jumping off the lawn. I went with a quick fix and connected my house to the tunnels. I don't really like it. It's a little sloppy. Yeah, currently the only way to go through the front door is to jump off an adjacent cliff, which is just so safe. Anyway, I installed a warped wood fence that Bluewood's exotic, at least for me. And you know, I think it's finally time to put in a ceiling. But first, I need some nether brick. How intelligent of me to build a tunnel. Nothing happened. Got the brick. No big deal. I spent a good bit of time trying to make sure that roof was gonna look good, and I'm pretty awful at roofing. Luckily, most of the house is inside this nether mountain, so I can cover up my flaws. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I'd like to see what you could build in only the nether, Timmy. Day 37, I decided to upgrade myself to iron armor. It's better, slightly, and that counts in the nether. I'm also officially moving in by transferring my items to the new storage. That took all day, but at least I'm organized now. And now I'm taking out the treasures from my old storage. It's official. I've moved out. Some very important work. Day 38, I've got to make my storage room look pretty. You know, me 2 years ago would probably just leave it all netherrack, but I'm glad I live differently now. I still don't have the quartz to update the floor, and honestly, I probably never will. And right there, I'm putting a disposal. I don't really need a disposal. I'm not going to destroy too many blocks. I don't get very many in the nether anyway. But hey, now if I have any blocks that I have to get rid of, I have a spot for them, and it looks kind of nice. And now I have a completed storage room with more space than I would ever need. The house isn't done. No Minecraft house is ever done. They're always in a perpetual state of renovation. Today, I just prettied up the side entrance. I think I'm going to use this as the main entrance for a while until I figure out a design for the front. After that was done, I noticed my house isn't symmetrical. At least it won't be too hard to fix. I only have to move a wall 1 block. Luckily, I had just enough quartz and got everything finished by the end of the day. Well, like I said, it'll never be truly finished, but at least it's feeling a little bit like home. I've been meaning to mine this ancient debris since I found this diamond pickaxe and figured today was a good day to do it. Still can't believe I got 3 pieces just from tunneling. That's too lucky. The rest of the day I spent idle inside of my house. I've earned a little relaxation, but I'm back to business. Day 42, I could use some more loot, especially some diamond armor. Oh yeah, day 43, I found myself a biggin. Of course, I started with a good old-fashioned drive-by that should take out most of them. I took a screenshot of the coordinates. I'll come back later. There's more loot to find. Hey, look at that. I already found some. Was about to go loot it until I fell in some lava. Good thing I had that fire potion. Always carry a fire potion and a backup fire potion. You need them. Pretty awesome chest here, though. Got an enchanted golden apple. Oh yeah. And the day got even better. There's some blue wood. Yeah! Going back home, day 44 shouldn't take long. I'm really not that far. After getting home, I started work on a new tunnel. You know how this goes. I got pretty close to the fortress and then was shot by a skeleton. But because I'm prepared, was totally fine. I mean, my heart was going pretty fast. If I had an underlying condition, I might have passed, but at least my Minecraft items would have been fine. Anyway, day 45, I'm in the fortress, tunneling my way through. Oh yeah, this gold's going to good use. Gonna get more arrows to kill more piglins to get more gold. I just like to be safe, but even without diamond armor, these fortresses aren't that tough. The piglins are very dumb. I was done by the end of the day, time to head back home. Once I got home, I decided to work on my house a little bit more. I felt inspired, and what I really need is more room, so now it's time to expand. I'm gonna make a spiral staircase out of blue wood. How luxurious. I don't even have a plan for what to build at the top, but I love me a good spiral staircase. Structure's done by the end of the day, but it needs some polish. It's still mostly netherrack. I'll say this, all of the netherrack that I'm mining out here will be used for more tunnels. Nothing goes to waste in the nether. Occasionally I'll catch myself wanting to use different overworld blocks in my builds down here, but it's only nether, and in the end I think it looks okay. Oh yeah, the glowstone lights underneath the stairs turned out to be a really nice touch. I'm also going to be expanding my fence a little now that I have a little more blue wood. The view, it's not bad, like kind of nice. For the nether, I'll take it. There's still no way to get to the front of the house, but I think eventually this will be quite the entrance. Enough interior design, I've got tons of netherrack, it's time to go tunneling. I think I'm going west, could be east. I've been at a point in this playthrough where I could just chill in my base, breed pigs, live forever. However the loot calls me. I want diamonds. I hate my iron sword. But hey, maybe I'll find some diamonds in there. The first 2 chests I looted had stuff in them, sure. It's the nether. I can't really get tons of items, so, you know, everything's kind of useful, but no diamonds. This bastion had 2 treasure rooms though, and I was going for that second and found a diamond pickaxe with mending! I know I wanted diamond armor, but this might be the one thing that's better than diamond armor. I also found a second diamond shovel, which I'll take, I guess. Alright, now it's time to loot the bottom section. A lot of loot, but a lot of danger. Luckily, everything down here is dumber than me. Ha ha! I got some extra gold. No more diamonds. I'm still happy though. After getting back home, I had enough iron to make an anvil, and then combined my 2 diamond pickaxes to make an even better one. I was excited, put netherite on it too. This is awesome. With this new pickaxe, tunneling will be a hell of a lot faster. Get it? Because it's made of netherite. And because it's got mending, every time it gets low on durability, I can just mine up some gold or quartz and fix it. So now I can basically tunnel indefinitely. Maybe I'll actually find some diamond armor. Pretty early, day 52, I found myself another fortress. Less loot than the Blackstone ones, but I could still find diamonds. And hey, even if I don't, I'll kill some withers, get some coal. It'll still be a good day. But after just a little bit of exploring, I found 3. That's enough. You know, while I'm down here, might as well get some blaze rods. Good thing I accidentally turned on the mod that lets me get more blaze rods. For legal reasons, the previous statement was a joke. I'm going home now. I may regret this later, but I'm too excited. I'm making myself a diamond sword. And yeah, I'm gonna make it netherite while I'm at it. Really should have just waited till I found an enchanted one in some sort of fortress, but I couldn't wait. Had to have that netherite. I even spent a whole level naming my notable Nether Annihilator. Then I traded some gold with some pigs. I just have too much money. I mostly did it because I wanted to murder them all at the end with my new sword. But now I want armor even more, so it's back on the road for more adventure. Unfortunately, I'm starting to find fortresses that I've already found before. So that just led me to go even farther away. It'll be tougher getting back, but this ain't dirty bedrock. There's coordinates. I didn't find nothing, but it's about the journey, not the destination. Day 55, I started to find new things. I must be far enough away. Oh yeah, in this ruined nether portal chest, I found myself a second enchanted golden apple. That's big. If you eat one of these things, you can basically overcome anything in Minecraft, and now I have 2 of them. So this journey was already a huge success, but I kept going. Not like my strider gets tired. Right? The excitement ended day 56 when I didn't find much and just headed home. My strider dock's pretty ugly. I think I'm gonna have to make a new one eventually, but I'm gonna put that off for another day. For now, I'm going for loot. I just want some diamond armor. I don't have a problem. You're the one with the problem. This fortress had a lot of open space, which made me nervous, but then I went slow and that made me less nervous. I spent 2 days going through this nether fortress and didn't find a single chest. I gotta say, I like the fortress in the basalt. Real nice atmosphere. Back home, day 59, went through the side entrance. Maybe I should build a front entrance. This was my first design, diagonal. I thought maybe I could pull it off. Making it safe would be quite a chore though, so I'm just asking for hogs on my land. So for safety purposes, I made the entrance straight and it'll funnel through my old house. I used a base of soul sand so I can run up it quick. I've got soul speed boots. None of this is final, I'm just looking for a basic shape. Got the design, now it's time to make it look nice. Oh, I'm out of quartz. Then I slated soul sand slabs so it's super safe. I really just want to make sure this is airtight. I don't care if it looks a little funky. A hog can kill you if you let him. You know, you may not like this, but I like it. So if you don't like it, make your own 100 days. Do it. It's easy, isn't it? Feels good to finally use the front door for once. I spent another day making it look nice, adding trim, that sort of thing. The bottom was all exposed soul sand, you know I had to cover that up. Then I added a pillar that provides no structural support. This is Minecraft. Last step was carving away a little more netherrack to make my view a little nicer. Like I said earlier, the view's not bad for the nether. You know, normally I'd go out for loot at this time, but I think I'm gonna keep working on the house. Time to do the upstairs. Just for reference, this is about how high up I am. It's really thanks to my pickaxe I can get all this construction done. I can't imagine doing this with a stone pick. Shouldn't take too long to get the base done. I'm going with the same design. Aha! And the next owner won't even know I didn't change the subfloor. Oh yeah, and I found an ancient debris just randomly in the ceiling. That makes 4. I'm getting there. That was a lot for a day. I'll take it. No, there's no ceiling yet, but the first thing I gotta do is make a very special passage. I'm making a new lava access, one that's more direct. Really wasn't hard. I've got tons of netherrack, and if I fall in the lava, I've got fire potions. So there it is, my new lava access. It's made of netherrack because the price of wood these days is insane. All right, I'm gonna pretty it up a little bit where it's easy. Then I moved over my striders. I'm not gonna spend too much time. It's for those things. I guess they help me a lot, but they're just so creepy. But before I can really build what I want, I need black stone. Lots of it. So I mined black stone. Would you like to see the footage? It's incredibly riveting. Coolest thing is I left with a clean pick thanks to mending. So first thing I did was build off a little path from my lava access. And at the end of the path, I'm putting in some furnaces. You see, using lava as fuel, I can convert all this netherrack to nether brick, which I can use for construction. That's pretty much all I did that day. Took in my glorious industry. Okay, while that cooks, I guess I can keep myself busy. Just trimmed out the upstairs a little bit more. Some of it was made of netherrack. But once that was done, and I had a stable supply of nether brick, it's time to work on the bedroom. So a lot of mining today. Every build starts with it in the nether. You may ask, what's the purpose of a bedroom? In the nether, where you can't even sleep. If you're old enough to add 1 to the day number, then you'll know why I need a bedroom very soon. I went with the same design as all the other rooms. It's patented. Don't use it. I'll sue. Oh, you know I had to place the bed on day 69. Sweet. If I ever decide to stop living, I have a convenient place to go. See, you didn't like it, but then I added the lava feature, and now I think you like it. I'm in hell, bro. Gotta make a bedroom that you don't sleep in. No, seriously. Don't sleep in the nether. This is not a joke. I'm trying to save a life. Alright, met my funny quota for a few days, let's get some work done. I don't want to use this side entrance anymore, but I've got a better idea because I'm artsy! Oh, another spiral staircase, but this one in red, what will he ever do next? This'll give me a little better hog access, should be safer too. Now it's time to make it not look terrible. Sometimes I struggle with this step. I think the snout stone at the top is a nice touch when you're going down to the pigs. I'm also looking to make this all more safe, and I'm gonna be honest, I really don't care what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's a fence. I feel better already. This one came out a little forehead, but you know, it ain't too bad. Well, you gotta know I'm flexing with those blue wood doors. I even have a nice area now to safely breed mushrooms. The whole process has been made much more safe. You know, it'd be kind of interesting to see what kind of hog farms you can make with overworld materials, but I wouldn't recommend it. These things are awful.
Yes. Burn. Suffer.
I have intricate ways to bring about the very process of life, but I still do not have diamond armor. I'm gonna leave the safety of my tunnel for a little bit, see if I can find anything. Oh, and this is why I hate ghasts. There was lava and fire, but I had a potion, and I saved myself in the netherrack hole. Guarantee if I wasn't fully fed during that, I would have been dead. You know, now that I think about it, being dead might be better than being stuck in hell. Got my eye on you, ghast. Don't try anything funny. Best thing I found day 74 was another blue wood forest. It's far, but I could always make a day of it. All right, day 75. Looks like pretty much just mining, huh? No gold. Yeah, mining. A little lava, yeah. All right, basically nothing. That one's gonna be fun to commentate. Found a fortress day 76, and when I killed my first wither skeleton, he dropped his skull. Aw, thanks Minecraft, you made that one easy on me. Later, I was going through the fortress and a wither skeleton snuck up on me. Can't believe I didn't see him there. And with the gas shooting at me and possibly the worst position on this fortress, I decided to eat a god apple. I was still very much panicking, but I was extremely overpowered, so nothing could really hurt me. This was just a tough area of the fortress altogether. I'm glad I had my god apple for it. No loot though. Couple saddles, I guess. I don't really want more striders. Surprise, that was only a resupply trip. There was a blackstone fortress next to this one. It was weird, there was like no piglins in it. Very easy to loot, though there wasn't much of it. But I dug down, found a whole hidden structure with tons of piglins. Here we go. I kept stealing, still nothing awesome, but I can always appreciate some golden carrots. And I can always use some golden gold. Oh look, everyone's so happy to see me, they jump into the lava. There were a lot of chests down here, and almost all of them disappointed me. I did find a Fortune 2 diamond pick, no armor though. And then I went home, which took most of day 79. This fortress was far away. I kind of feel at this point that I'm never gonna get diamond armor, so yeah, I'm gonna waste a piece of netherite to upgrade my pick slightly. I also made a looting 2 sword, because I think I'm crazy enough to fight the wither. Yeah, I'll fight the wither, for the vlog. But I'll need 2 more skulls. In all of day 80, I tried to get some until my looting 2 sword broke. I'll keep going. I just didn't really want to use my nether sword. It doesn't have mending. I really don't have enough time to build an efficient farm for this, so I'm just running around the nether fortress looking for skeletons. Don't touch me! Don't touch me, 6 feet! I don't even know how many I killed, but I got that skull. Check it out. I still need 1 more skull, so I'm probably gonna be here a while. The drop rate really ain't that good. Okay, I am falling. Looks like I'm not too high up. Probably will just hit the lava. Gotta drink my potion. And I should be good. Good thing no one saw that except the millions of people I have to share this with. I could have kept going mentally, but physically my iron armor was about to break, so I had to go home. Here we go, put the fresh fit on and the old stuff in the chest, because I'm a certified hoarder. Wow, what a convenient tunnel, right back to the area that I was in. Wow, someone thought of this. Someone smart. Patience is required for this. That's why 7-year-olds never kill the wither. Well, I didn't kill the wither till I was 24, and it looks like I'm gonna kill the wither again. Just got my 3rd skull. Now I'm gathering the items to fight the wither. I need many and I'm in the nether. I really wish I had the resources for a dedicated trading center. I think a bunch of hogs are gonna kill my pigs. Stop! I need arrows! I have your family! I really miss the real world. I hope the wither kills me. Did I say that out loud? Sneaker collectors be like, I started with 3 piglins, and somehow only have 1 now. I wasn't recording for day 85, so I'm just gonna play this and call it day 85. I'm doing boring stuff anyway. Boring, sure, but very important. I'm trying to find a place to trap the wither. There's a bedrock ceiling in the nether, unlike any other dimension, and if I can find a perfect square of bedrock, I can trap the wither. Obviously, finding a perfect square of bedrock is gonna be quite difficult. Every tutorial I saw on YouTube did this with creative. This one here probably won't work, but I'll look for another one later. I've mined too much netherrack. I'm on the road again. I'm very tired, but I really want that diamond armor. After tunneling for a while, I found myself a black stone fortress and burned myself with lava. I got plenty of potions. My pig plug will hook me up. Anyway, I've definitely been in this fortress before. I don't know if you can see this one. I almost missed it, but there's a black stone fortress there. I got to the good stuff pretty quickly. Unfortunately, it wasn't very good stuff. Wiener shot, wiener shot, wiener shot, wiener shot, wiener shot. There's probably nothing to this, but I did have to kill quite a lot of piglins. Maybe I'll find some good loot. Oh look, another diamond pickaxe, and this one's used. Smite 4 axe though, I'll take that. Might help with the wither. Later I found a pickaxe with silk touch, and that's actually really helpful. No armor though, my loot looks like this. I took another day to go through. I could hear more piglins, figured there was more loot. No more loot. Just piglins stuck in a hole. That wasn't a total loss, especially since I didn't die on the way back. I wasn't recording for the first part of day 90, but made sure I was recording for the murder of this child. Those 2 pickaxes I found had a baby, and now I have a silk touch pickaxe with unbreaking. I'll get a lot more gold this way. It's a little late, but I'm trying my best. What I'm really doing out here is trying a new method for finding the fortresses. I'm just riding around some new lava lakes about 1,000 blocks away from home, nothing too crazy, and I almost instantly started finding loot, but I'm gonna spoil this. The chest in that thing was absolutely awful. I looked out and found a fortress day 91, and with all my experience, this one was pretty easy. The ones on lava lakes always are. Dumb piglins. Going through, getting loot, living life, and the game crashed. Yeah, that is my desktop background. Looting the fortress the second time, knowing the loot wasn't great, was just not fun. I had a slight bit of hope for the last treasure room inside of this bastion, and I was going to expertly take down these piglins when I dropped my sword. I didn't panic. They can't hurt me. Thought about my next moves very carefully. I knew I had to handle the archers first, and when I tried, they almost got me. They did not get me. In contrast, they were got. My sword dropped on that ledge, so I just tried to make sure all the piglins were dead before going down. Got my sword back, and survived. I'll try to not do that again. Nothing even good in the chest. I mean, ancient debris, but I find that randomly. Yeah, look at the other chest. What is that? Why? There really isn't time to go back home, so I'm just gonna keep on searching for loot. Very quickly, I found another fortress next to a blue forest. Nice. Oh wow, wonder what's in this chest. I bet it's nothing. Though I did finally think of a name for my strider. I'm gonna call him Property. Later, I found a ruined nether portal. Just more garbage. Found another bastion, day 93. Maybe this will be the day, though it probably will not be. After climbing through the vents, I got real sus on the crewmates in treasure room. The big chest did not excite me, and the little chest had a diamond pick with curse of vanishing. Ugh, I left it there. I don't need it. I was so disappointed. Then I got some gold blast protection 4 pants. I'm gonna wear these for the wither fight because I'm not gonna find diamonds. I guess the nice thing about the bastions is even if you do get a little disappointed with the loot, you can always leave with gold. Wait a minute, a rogue chest? What's in here? A Smite 4 axe! So now when I get home, I can make a gold Smite 5 axe. The wither is going down unless he hits me like one time. With my inventory absolutely full, I decided it was time to go back home. Nothing notable happened. I just dug back to my tunnel and walked home. I definitely would have got more loot throughout this video if I was more reckless, but I like my tunnel system. It kept me safe. Day 95, I made a Smite 5 axe. It'll make my netherite sword look like my withered gamer arms. Then I grabbed all the gold that I had. I'm crafting a monument. It is an L that can be viewed from any direction and is not phallic in any way. Trimmed it up with some obsidian because I don't have any other use for this stuff. And you know it wouldn't be a nether monument without a healthy amount of fire. I'm editing this video, so I kind of have control, so I'm gonna hold you here, make you look at it. Isn't it nice? That's quartz on the bottom, the obsidian, the fire, all the gold. That's a nice monument. I also made some high quality strength potions, so when I hit this wither, he knows who's in charge. Day 96, I'm looking to do some real serious piglin trading. Gotta kill the tiny ones first, though. They steal the gold. They're angry at me now, sure, but once I throw them some gold, they'll forgive me. Remember, kids, you can shoot as many babies as you want, as long as you have money. You know that last one might be a bit much, so if this video's ever not 30 minutes, you know why. Hey, I was able to get 5 in the hole, just like your mom. I came home to hogs on my house. This I hate. I want to fix it. I just have other things to do. I'll just remember that's a hazard. Oh, and real quick, I wanted to flex, got that water, drip drip. Alright, another normal day in the nether. Time to run for my life. I'm gonna search for another bedrock square. I have hope I could find one. Oh, I did so much mining. Had a pretty promising square too. Not perfect, but I'll take it. And then the game crashed. Well, hopefully at least some of my progress is saved. Oh, none of it is. Oh, great. I don't remember where that good square was. Sometimes I don't even remember my name. Luckily, I found one that was almost perfect. I'm missing 1 block on the corner there, and I'll bet my life on that. I did one last look on day 98 just to make sure I couldn't find a perfect square. I didn't, but if I was making a tutorial video on the subject, I would have taken the time to. So now I'm gonna fortify the square I found with some crying obsidian. Oh, I definitely think the wither's gonna be crying when he spawns into this. I think I'm about as prepared as I can be. I'm serious when I say I wouldn't mind if the wither killed me, but I'm not gonna make it easy for him. Yep, there's a very ugly construction, but it should work. So I'm really sorry about this, but I wasn't recording for day 99. It was just me getting my inventory together for fighting Mr. Wilbur. My gear's far from perfect. perfect, but I've got a god apple. I'll probably be okay. So I just want to go on record and state that I really don't want to do this. The voices in my head told me to. Alright, now it's day 100. Time to fight the Wither. And if I die, at least I'll never have to play this again. First thing I did was sprint down my tunnels to make myself hungry. I want to make sure when I spawn the Wither, I'm at absolutely full hunger. Then I drank a fire potion and spawned the Wither. I was so nervous I totally forgot to eat, but luckily it looks like my Wither trap worked at least fairly well. Yeah, all I had to do was slap the Wither a few times with my axe, and I did so much damage that the fight was over pretty quickly. You know, I'm glad that went well. It could have went really bad, but it didn't. So normally with a Nether star, you can make a beacon, but because I can't get glass in the Nether, it's absolutely worthless. Worthless is not the right word. It reminds me of all the good times I had, I guess. If you'd like to see me continue living in the Nether, make sure to hit that like button, though your efforts might be fruitless, as I really don't want to. It's just hard down here in the Nether. I want to play with Tors. She's so nice! Oh, and if you'd like to get a better look at the house, my tunnel system, anything that I built in these 100 days, make sure to check the link in the description. I've got a download link there. Oh, and you know I gotta give a shout out to everyone that showed up to the live premiere of this video. Spam some L's in the chat. I love ya. But that's it. More Minecraft content coming soon. Thank you all for watching. Stay notable.